infrastructure in urban areas so that more and more people can live in the urban areas and contribute to the nation. And number two, we are almost self-sufficient in our food requirement. Right? Now, how long is it feasible to talk about agriculture when 60% of the GDP is being supported by service sector? So I mean, once we are self-sufficient in food, is it really worth to concentrate more and more on agriculture, particularly when the water scarcity is going to be the world problem, and it has been said that in very near future no country will be exporting food to the other country because ultimately you are exporting water. By exporting grain, you are exporting water to the other countries.
Yeah.
So I mean, once we are self-sufficient and able to cater our requirements, is it really necessary that we concentrate more and more on agriculture rather than on service sectors and I mean,
actually one of the pillars.
One more thing, sir. Look, I think we are all suffering from one of the notion that we are an agriculture country and we
No,
are
not at all. We should come out of it.
Yeah, that is what.
See, it is like this. We have 170 million hectares today, our farmers. 170 million hectares, they cultivate 230 million tons of. Now 2020 is going to be 100 million hectares. It is going to reduce. Whether you like it or not, you will reduce. And then water, as you rightly pointed out, water availability also will reduce because the demand of the people, the day-to-day life will increase. Water for agriculture will reduce. Then 600 million people who are there, this also will vanish. It has to vanish. 600 million people, finally, my estimate, because they are contributing to GDP only 17% today, GDP, whereas your service sector is 60%. So naturally, you have to graduate them to something. I am going to exclusively discuss the point one of the pillars. Okay? Now, friends,
Sir, I want to respond to what he said.
Yeah.
Basically, if we look at what he said that like in US 90% is in the urban population. So if we don't cater to the problems in the rural area per se, we cannot eradicate or we cannot leave the rural people. We have to develop, if we develop the rural society, it will gradually move to the urban part of the world. And the second point is that he also said...
Let me understand. You are saying, his point is, why not you allow it urban? Urbanization. Given the rural area, today 30-40%, you go to 70%, 80%. That's your point, his point.
But that transformation will be gradual. It cannot be a sudden transformation.
No, I personally believe we have to ensure there are 600,000 villages in our country and 700 million people live there, 70% of the people live there. You can't ask them to migrate urban area, make a mess there urban area. So what we have to do, empower them, the earning capacity, empower them all the facilities and grow them as equivalent to urban area. That's why my famous statement quite often I talk to the country, providing urban amenities in the rural area. Okay? Okay, sir.
And so one more thing. Answering to the second point is that you yourself said that countries won't be exporting food and agriculture stuff to other countries. So at present scenario, maybe we are self-sufficient, but we don't look at the agriculture sector. A time may come when we be food deficient. So we cannot just ignore the agriculture sector and look more to the...
You cannot ignore, but we need, I agree with you, by 2030 we need nearly 320 million tons of food feed our people. That means with 100 million hectares, with less water, less people, use technology. Use technology and produce it. But whichever nation gave agriculture low priority, we got into trouble. It's a fact we got a GDP contribution low, but still with properly managing the human power, we can produce a lot. I'm going to that one point, one pillar, I'm going to talk about it. So friends, Yes,
Just one point I thought we missed in the process of
Yeah.
discussion is that when we talk of migrating these people from the rural areas to urban areas, we are talking of economic activities, but maybe we are missing out that there are entire communities and not just livelihoods, which are built around the villagers' lifestyle.
Yes.
So expecting them to migrate to the rural areas is like uprooting them from their base and asking them to move to a completely new place. So instead, what seems to be a better idea is to plug the gaps wherever we think they are deficient in resources and then let them thrive the way they have been.
See, what happened? I come to the rural. So, whether the Pura system, 7,000 Pura I have recommended for the whole country. That is, it is called the ocean Pura, hill Pura.
Coastal Pura.
Coastal Pura, wherever. And the hill Pura and the terrain Pura in Rajasthan. So we have suggested that. We will give you a good presentation of that. But major point is, I agree with you, how do the in rurality, there is some good things are there. They are damaged, we cannot damage the environment compared to urban. Second thing is, what I call it, the joint family system. Even though in urban area joint families got damaged, the urban area still it survives. Rural area it survives. So I will like to build the rural area, empower the rural area, and take the prosperity there, and instead of uprooting them to urban area and messing it up. Okay, friends. Very good. The first pillar. Now, when we are all discussing, we try to put it, the discussion results we are going to give you now. Discussion results. I was there in Malaysia last 10 days before. Malaysia has gone into urbanization with their oil, but they are importing food now. Now they are going back to agriculture. I have talked to Prime Minister also. Now they are neglecting agriculture, we got into trouble. Only population 2.5 crores. You can manage well. Next one, can the major programs be focused on specific work packages with a defined responsibility, decentralized decision making, measurable performance, and periodic review? Here I am proposing an idea. We've got 600
Districts.
600 districts in the country, and 600 district collectorate, district magistrates are there. I am toying that idea. Can we make them a CEO? CEO for this district, and they are empowered. The money, rural money of 50,000 crores, mostly they will be good for themselves. What is it? They will be good for themselves. Normally, this is the end, they are 35. So, with that population, if they make them CEO, these 50,000 crores per year, now your PM himself said, where will it go, I don't know. Isn't it? So, I want to see, after discussion with you, how probably Gujarat is going. Gujarat,
Yeah.
all the money coming to the center,
Yeah.
going to the rural area.
It's going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why you are not These are district collector.